X doesn't work the way you think it does anymore. If you notice your engagement has died completely in the last year, you're not crazy. The algorithm has fundamentally changed and 99% of creators are still playing by the old rules. They're counting on likes and retweets after they post, but the algorithm already decides your reach in the first 30 seconds of you hitting the tweet. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what they have changed, the 19 signals that AI is actually tracking, and the only penalty that destroying accounts posting 10 times a day. So let's get into it. So here what's happened. X used to run a traditional engagement-based algorithm, so they counted likes, retweets, replies after they happen, then boosted your content based on those metrics. That's completely dead now. Now X uses something called Phoenix model that is powered by Grok AI that predicts the behavior before engagement even happens. Here's how this actually works. The algorithm analyzes your post and predicts the prediction of 19 different user actions that we'll just cover in a second. It multiplies each prediction by its weight, sums all the weights predictions to calculate your post score, then applies multipliers and penalties before ranking your content in users' feeds. So you're not fighting for engagement anymore, you're fighting to pass the AI's prediction or grok that test before your content even gets shown. If the AI predicts people will scroll past your post, it will never shows it to them in the first place. Alright, so I just mentioned the algorithm predicts 19 different actions user might take on your post, but they are not weighted equally. So let me break down what actually matters over here. First, we have the first tier, the highest impact signals. First one we have retweets. This carries the highest weight because retweets create maximum distribution. The algorithm wants content people share with their audience. How do you optimize? Make it quotable, give people data or contrary takes they want to attract to their name. Second, we have quote tweets. Very high weight, similar to retweets, the algorithm loves content that sparks discussion and debate. Optimize posts by posting strong opinions, data points, or frameworks the author can build or argue with. Third one, we have following the author. This is huge. If someone is following you from some random post that they just saw on the Twitter, the algorithm interprets that as this person creates constantly valuable content. Make every post give a reason to follow for more, demonstrate your expertise, show unique perspective, and this will show your value so people will follow you naturally. Fourth one is the dwell time. So how long someone is spending on your post and reading it. Now this is actually measured in seconds on your post. This is why some longer posts or threads or articles right now are doing very well and they are performing much better than some short tweets. Create content that makes people stop scrolling, so use line breaks, formatting, structure, and actual value that requires time to consume. Now the fifth one and the last one on this tier is video views. Especially if viewers passes minimum watch time threshold, videos to get watched past certain duration get what's called the view boost, video quality view boost. Hook people in the first 30 seconds and maintain that action through the video and it will explode. Second tier, we have strong signals. These are replies, profile clicks, shares outside of X, and whatever they stop scrolling at all. These all carry high weight but slightly less than the top tier ones. And we have third tier one, these are supporting metrics. Here's what's interesting. Likes carry lower weight than, for example, people expect. It's cheap, low effort engagement. Don't optimize especially for likes, they're a byproduct of good content, not the goal. The fourth one, the killers, now here's what destroys your reach. Not interested click, mute, blocks, and reports. Avoid this at all costs by staying on brand, not being annoying, and definitely not being toxic. Okay, this next part is the biggest change that nobody talks about, and it's destroying accounts that post 10 times per day or even more. X now penalizes you for posting many times a day in the same user's feed on the same day. Here's the exact math. So your first post in someone's feed today gets 100% of your score. Your second post in the same feed today gets about 70% of your score, and your third post gets about 50%, and it continues dying with each additional post. What this means in practice, if you post 10 times a day, your 10th post is performing at maybe 10 to 20% of what your first post would have performed with the same content quality. You're literally competing against yourself. Everyone grinding 10 posts a day and spamming comments, they wondering why their engagement dropped 80% since last year. This is why basically. The new strategy: space out posts minimum 4 to 6 hours apart, make each count, no filler content, 1 to 3 high quality posts per day will beat 10 mediocre posts every single time with this new algo. No more GM, no more reply guy strategy, because comments also counts as posts, and those are the low value ones and will tank your reach. Here's second massive change that nobody talks about: X apply different multipliers based on follower relationships. So posts from accounts a user follows get a multiplier greater than 1, meaning they are boosted in the feed. Posts from strangers out of the network get multiplier less than 1, meaning they get penalized. So what does this mean? Basically, 1,000 real followers now are worth much more than some random 10,000 impressions or even more from people which don't follow you. Getting impressions from non-followers is nearly worthless because they're seeing a penalized version of your content score. But once someone follows you, every single post you make gets automatically boosted in their feed. The strategic shift here is huge. Most people optimize for reach and impressions, but winners optimize for converting profile visitors into followers, because followers quality compounds. Every new follower gives you a permanent boost multiplier for all future contents that you post. So focus on converting profile clicks to followers, giving people a reason to follow in every post, and build a real relationship with your audience. X tracks users' last 128 engagements and uses that data to personalize their feed. Your content gets scored differently for each individual user based on their engagement history. Here we have different type of circles. First we have primary circle, accounts that are frequently interactive with your content, which gives your post a 50x weighted boost. Then we have secondary circle, which gets 20x boost, and interest gets 10x boost. The same post can perform completely different for two users because the algorithm is hyper-personalizing based on their unique behavior. So the critical lesson over here is to create a niche-specific content and let the algorithm find your specific audience. Don't try to appeal to everyone. And one more thing about timing. Posts older than 7 days get filtered out entirely from the algo. Any tweet from a week ago is completely dead. So peak engagement happens usually in the first 30 minutes to 1 or 2 hours. By 24 hours, reach is typically down 90%. There's no evergreen content strategy on X like there's on YouTube or Google. So your content has 24-48 hours max of lifespan. Alright, let's bring this all together now. The X algorithm in 2026 is an AI that predicts how users will engage with your content before showing it to them. It rewards quality, value, and authentic engagement. It punishes spam, low quality, annoying behavior, and anything that makes user experience worse. The winning formula is simple but not easy over here. Post less but make each post exceptional that gives user or reader the value. Create content that people actually want to engage with, so content they will retweet, quote tweet, and follow you for. Build a relationship with your audience because that's the network that will boost your post massively. Provide value like we said, and don't be annoying, toxic, or spamming. So that's the new algorithm. If this was helpful, drop a like and subscribe to my channel. If you want more in real updates on algorithm, you can follow me on my Twitter or join my Telegram group where I share more tactics how to grow on X. Thank you guys for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.